Hey Davis, welcome to GTV. I'm Jaden.
And I'm Brock, and this week's segments are sports,
Student life and outside the bubble.
Don't worry, my love, we're learning to love, but it's hard when you're young. Yeah, it's hard when
Talent Assembly auditions start January 17th, and signups are in room 2803.
Second semester parking permits will be available January 22nd. Pick up your application in the main office.
There is no school January 15th and 16th. Have a fun break.
Third term starts January 17th. If you need to get your classes changed, now is the time.
Now, here are this week's segments.
Oh, I never should have dropped the gun down, baby.
Hey Davis, it's Cameron with sports. Today, our wrestling team will be playing Weber at 6. Thursday at 3, our swim team will also be playing Weber. Friday, boys and girls basketball will both be playing Northridge at 5. And last, the Diettes will be competing at the Bountiful Invitational on Saturday. Thanks Davis. Here's Hope with a story on girls basketball.
This year's girls basketball team has been selected, and the season is about to start. There is a home game this Thursday, November 30th against Cottonwood High School at 5:15 p.m. Last year's varsity team had a record of 9-12, and they hope to do even better this year. This is Hope Smith reporting for DTV.
This week in Student Life, the Sweethearts Dance, A Girl's Choice, is on February 10th. If you have not asked, be sure to do so. New makeup classes will begin on January 10th. Be sure to sign up in the office. Now here's Lydia with a story on ACT Prep.
February is quickly approaching, which means all juniors and many additional students are preparing to take the ACT. As students prepare, many are left wondering how they can best improve their score and get the most out of their studying.
So the thing I would recommend the most is taking lots of practice tests. That's what I did, that's what my sister did, and it just worked out really well. You just get really familiar with the tests, the kinds of things that they're asking, and you get familiar with like the typical answers that the test will want you to answer. So that's what I think is the best.
In my opinion, the best way to prepare for the ACT is to pay good attention in your core classes. The ACT is testing what you've learned your whole life in English, math, science, and reading.
On most ACT tests, students are asked to take an additional 5th section after they finish the typical 4 sections. Students are commonly confused as to why they are taking an additional section. However, they are reminded that it is information only for the ACT board, and this section will not affect their overall score.
As far as I know, whenever there's a 5th section, the ACT is just testing questions. So that won't affect your score at all. It's just so that they can see, how well do students perform with this type of a question as opposed to this.
No matter how individual students typically perform on tests, anyone can raise their score if they put in the effort and take advantage of the helpful hints that other students, teachers, and counselors offer.
Just like most things, practice with lots of questions, practice tests, taking a class, things like that are most often the best.
I just think, keep taking it to try and get your best.
Now, there's one easy thing, and that is don't leave anything blank. Even if all you're doing is picking a letter and just doing all B at the end, don't leave anything blank. That'll improve your score a couple of points.
For more information on the prep classes that are offered, visit the Counseling Center. For more information on the writing section that all juniors will be taking in February, visit the story on our website at davishighnews.com. This is Lydia reporting for DTV.
Donald Trump, you'll probably hear me say this at start every week, is in the news this week in retaliation against Michael Wolff's new book that portrays Trump in a derogatory manner. That may or may not be true.
In Cleveland, Browns fans celebrated a season that led to no wins and 16 losses with a parade.
Last Sunday was the Golden Globes hosted by Seth Meyers and was headlined by prominent actresses dressed in black in support of the Me Too movement.
Bomb cyclone hits the East Coast, dropping lots of snow. Meanwhile, Utah, we got a few rainy boys.
Now here's Jaden with the story on Donald Trump.
Just over 1 year ago, America elected its new president, Donald Trump, and his first year in presidency has probably been the most controversial in history. Following his election, Donald Trump expressed his goals for the upcoming year.
My agenda will be based on a simple core principle: putting America first. Whether it's producing steel, building cars, or curing disease, I want the next generation of production and innovation to happen right here on our great homeland, America.
Different students have very different opinions on how well Trump has done in achieving his goals.
So the best thing I'd have to say is the executive orders he's put out to kind of stimulate the economy and stimulate economic growth. I mean, you look at the Dow that has reached heights we haven't seen before.
A lot of that has to do with consumer confidence, and obviously part of this economy is left over from Obama's administration, so you got to give credit where credit's due. But yeah, I think when it comes to consumer confidence and the way the economy is going, I think he's done a profound job with that.
While Trump has several followers across the nation, it's obvious that there are also quite a few that disagree with many of his presidential decisions.
The worst thing, in my opinion, would be the travel ban. I don't even think it really was carried out to its full extent. I don't think it worked as well as anticipated, that it was supposed to work at all. But I thought when that came out, that to me was so concerning.
But like any other debate, both sides can see the merit in the opponent's perspective.
I believe he's doing his best, and a lot of people dislike Trump, and there's a lot of reasons to dislike Trump.
But everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and he hasn't done as bad as he could have done.
Altogether, perhaps it's not fair to say that Trump is all good or all bad. He's just there. And with 3 years remaining, only time will tell. This is Jaden reporting for DTV.
If you have any story ideas, contact our advisor at thall@dsdmail.net or come to room 2800.
Be sure to follow our social media at Davis High News.
I'm Brock.
And I'm Jaden. And this is DTV.
Tonight is the night.